Hello, everybody. So, today, I cannot stand my shirt. Sounds like it's going to get me. So, anyway, today has been an interesting day. So, earlier I got up today, and I'm sorry, my hair I combed it out and put it back up after I had wet it, and it was all curly and doing what it's supposed to do. Now it's doing whatever it wants to do. So today I got it, and I don't think it was the first time I went to the bathroom. I was in the bathroom, and I felt like maybe a clothespin, was poking me. Well, so I raised up my shirt, and it was in the same general area that my port needle and stuff all hang. And it's right above my incision, where they went in to hook me all up with the leads. And then they tunneled through, and I got a little spot here tunneled through. And then placed the battery for the entire gastric stimulator. And so I kept on trying to find what was causing the problem. Well, I never could find it. Then it started again in here. My abdomen started really cramping really bad. I started getting really nauseated. So I went on following my chart, which is where my doctors, most of my doctors are for surgeries, GI, all of that. So I sent in, told them what was going on, and hopefully I'll get a call back tomorrow with a doctor's appointment, because there are issues that can happen, such as a lead, because there's 2 leads that go on the stomach that sends electric shocks to the stomach. And I will post, when I do this small editing, the actual shots, like a 2-minute vlog, and you can see the actual electric shock, because it looks like there's a baby kicking, and there's not a baby there. But I think the lead has come undone and is sticking up now. And I think that's where I'm getting the electrical shock. So that has been really annoying me today. Other than that, and the abdominal pain, that is nothing uncommon. I need to go in the bedroom. My husband's asleep, and I need to go get my IV fluids set up. I did not run them last night, and that's a big no. And that could also be part of my stomach problems, because when I'm low on sodium, my stomach will also have me double it over. So I'm just like a big ball of mess. If this is low, and this is low, and if that's low, and if that's low, but if this is high, I'm a walking time bomb. I am. And so I always try to make sure I have taken all of my medication. I've got my IV fluids. Sometimes I will even go as far for the day. I will put my Zofran in my bag, just so I'm constantly getting something even when I'm running my fluids. And but here lately, it's just been I'm only giving myself half of the dosage of the Zofran. Because if I give myself the whole 8 milligrams, then I can't have anything for 6 hours. And since I don't like taking Phenergan during the day, then I'm stuck without having anything for 6 hours. So when I get my Zofran, let's see, I can reach him. Okay, so that's Phenergan. So when I get my Zofran, I have another brand that's come in, and they look really, really faint. But these ones are what I'm used to getting. One of these is 4 milligrams. It comes in a 2 ml vial. So I can have 2 of these at once. But during the day, I'll take one, and then if I still feel bad, I can have another one instead of taking 2 of them at the same time. Do you guys follow? Does that make sense? Because, like I said, I don't like taking my Phenergan at home during the day if I think I might want to go out somewhere, because it does. It tends to make me groggy and fall asleep. So, because I can have 8 milligrams, I can separate them. Because I can have 8 milligrams every 6 hours, or break it down. 4 milligrams every 3 hours. My Phenergan is a full 25 milligrams every 3 hours. And not 12.2, which is what most people do get when you're in the hospital and you're there for surgery or whatever. But I get a full 25 milligrams every 3 hours. It makes a huge difference when you are nauseated and you have Crohn's disease, and then on top of that, you have gastroparesis. My last hospitalization was over my port. My port site was not looking right. And so they did all these bacteria tests on me. Nothing ever grew on it. So what they said I had was cellulitis of the chest wall. I was very lucky. Nothing grew. There was nothing on my port. And they just kept running vancomycin on me. And vancomycin and Cipro make me very, very sick. So I got into this routine. Oh, and it made me itch like crazy too. It made me a red man. Because they gave me, I can't remember. I can't remember. It started with the A. They ran that first really, really fast down in the ER, and then they started running the vancomycin. And when I went upstairs, my head was driving me nuts. I was scratching. And my husband looked at me. He said, Anna, you are beat red. Well, they got me some IV Benadryl. So what we would do is before the vancomycin I got it twice a day, every 12 hours. We would do IV Benadryl and my Phenergan because I'd get sick with it. So we had that. But because I was in there over my port, I had to talk to my doctors because they were only taking care of my port issues. They needed to take care of not just my port issues, but they needed to take care of the rest of my issues because they had to be addressed, even though I wasn't in the hospital for the other issues. But they still needed to give me my medication. They still needed to take care of me for these other issues. And where I was at, everything is in my chart. And the doctors also have access to my other charts through another hospital because they can go here and they can go there, so they have access to all my charts. And so they hadn't started me on any IV fluids, and that was one of my big things. I need my IV fluids. And then I just had my husband bring me my catheters because I don't normally get the catheters that I like. So I had my husband bring me mine, and I had already packed ostomy supplies because when I think I'm probably gonna be in the hospital admitted, I'll go ahead, I'll get something, I'll throw stuff in it, tell my husband, okay, now he'll bring it up, and then the next day he'll be like, okay, well, now text me what you want and I'll bring it. So they had to I had to work with my doctor. I had good hospitalists this time. The last hospitalist I had before I was put in the hospital for this, I fired. But this time I had a good one. I had a couple and they were good. I had to explain to them about my gastroparesis. I have a gastric pacemaker, and I am on 8 milligrams of Zofran. I can have it every 6 hours. And I am also on 25 milligrams of Phenergan IV, and I can have that every 3 hours. And it wasn't anything that he couldn't look up and find. It was all right there in my chart. I wasn't pulling anything over his head. I wasn't asking for anything for pain. I think I asked for some ibuprofen or some Tylenol or something for a headache. That was it. Because what I did ask for was my medications, just my normal medications. And something for a headache. I wasn't on a restricted diet. I did vomit while I was there because my gastroparesis. They learned they couldn't give me Phenergan because that doesn't work for me. They had my surgery team come by and see me, my GI team come to see me, the fertility clinic come to see me. They had everybody come by and see me and make sure that I was okay. And had my cardio doctor come and see me. they had everybody in there check on me, make sure I was okay. And so, you know, you have to you have to advocate for yourself. I don't know. I mean, they may have finally figured out that, you know, I needed the rest of my medications. And even if I hadn't spoke up for myself, I think they would have finally figured it out. But, you know, my my blood pressure drops and I'm tachycardia all the time. That is not uncommon. So anyway, um, I don't even remember where I was going with this. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? Oh well. Um, yeah, I read Barbara Bush died today. And I'm not going to do a vlog on that right now. I'm thinking about more like a tribute to her. So that's going to be needing a little bit more time to put it together. So that's obviously not going to happen right now. And it's not going to be live. It will be a vlog. So anyway, oh yeah, I was talking about the stimulator. You know, whenever I first noticed it, it felt like, yeah, I was getting stuck by a pin. And but I don't know how many of you lived out in the country, and my dad around our garden, he had like a electric fence that like stood up like this high, mainly to keep the deer and the rabbits and or even our dogs out of our garden. And we would go up there, and it wasn't very, very high voltage, just enough to give you a jump, make you stay out of it. But we go up there and we touch it, and that's how that feels. It's not the it's not the same as the normal shock, but it's more like the shock you get if you touch an electric fence. So anyway, that's annoying. It's really annoying. And so I guess I'll just wait. They were supposed to give me a doctor appointment in June anyway, when I went to see him in March, and I have never gotten it because computers are down. So I need to talk to him anyway about it. Oh, the things we have to get through. And I think I am ready to take the rest of my night medication and to go to sleep. So I'm getting off of here. You guys have any questions, concerns, comments, ideas, anything, leave it below in the comments. And I will see you guys tomorrow.